Welcome back. You know, lately a lot of people are looking to limit or reduce chemicals that they put on their body or on their face. But what should we be looking at when it comes to clean beauty and skincare? Well, good thing we've got an expert here. Holly Mueller, founder of Med44 Arcadia, is here to explain. This is a topic that I think a lot of people are trying to be a little bit more conscious of, right? What are we putting on our skin? What have you found are some of the no-nos? What do you want people to maybe limit or avoid?
Well, I think it's just sort of a point of awareness that the makeups that they've been using for years, or skincare products, body lotions, they may have harmful chemicals in them, like parabens, sulfates, formaldehyde, silicones, fragrances, that with daily exposure could be harmful. Things like known cancers, hormone disruption, infertility issues have been linked to these chemicals. And unfortunately, they are in a lot of the consumer brands that have been on the shelves for years.
For years, like decades and decades. You're like, oh, I've used that foundation for 30 years. So do you want us to like carefully read, you know, the labels, or should we? What should we be doing now to help make sure that we're putting good things on our face and skin?
Yeah, so it'd be really impossible for you to look at a label and be able to decipher it unless you're a chemist. You would need to be a beauty chemist with years of training to decipher these ingredients. So like for parabens, they could be labeled as 9 different things. Formaldehyde could come in a total of 20 different variations on the label. So it's impossible to do that. In the US, there's only about 10 ingredients that are banned, versus in the EU, there's over 1,600.
Wow.
So it's really, really up to the consumer to look for trusted brands that are dedicated to clean beauty.
So what are some of the brands? I know you've got some here. Well, starting with the makeup, what are some of the brands that you have found do a good job and are good to put on our skin?
Yeah, at Med44, we created a whole beauty bar so you can come in and safely shop. These are some of our 3 most popular brands that my staff love. So the first one here is Jane Iredale. For over 30 years, they've been a pioneer of clean beauty. One of the things that they did is they started to look at what is in our powders and our foundations, and they wanted to take out carcinogens like talc and petroleum petrochemicals. And so you can put on a beautiful, glamorous, long-lasting look that could be light or medium coverage. Gorgeous. I'm wearing it today. I've been wearing it for over 20 years without the worry that there's any harmful chemicals in it. So the mascara is fantastic. This one is from Fit Glow, all plant-powered, made with pomegranate seed extract. And so you can get a beautiful look without the worry of, is there a byproduct in there that I'm using every day that might cause hormone disruption or be a carcinogen.
Yeah, we don't want that. Really eye-opening, really, over the last few years, and the kind of the clean beauty movement.
Yeah.
What do you have here as far as what we're putting on our skin when it comes to skin care, sunscreen, all of that?
Yeah, as a cosmetic nurse, I really, really think it's important for, you know, men and women to wear sunscreen every day. And we just don't see, we see skin cancer rates going up, but people are still not compliant with good sunscreen. So I love this brand. It's Color Science. It's a clean beauty brand, but they have an all-mineral sunscreen. So you really want to look for all-mineral, no-chemical sunscreens. So this one is going to be zinc and titanium based. It's going to last all day, beautiful tint coverage, so you don't need a foundation with it. So I love this for my patients. It's one of our top sellers.
And then what about body creams? Like the lotions, I'm like, oh my gosh, the Bath & Body Works lotions that I had for years. You know, you look at the back and you're like, oh my goodness,
yeah,
maybe we shouldn't be putting this on. So what do you recommend as far as body creams go?
Yeah, this brand again, Fit Glow, is fantastic. I also love Suntegrity. A lot of women like to have a nice sunless tan. At least you're not out in the sun getting a tan. This is an antioxidant infused DHA sunless tanner that is going to avoid some of the chemical side effects of typical sunless tanners. And then for body lotions, again, you want to look for things that are going to be paraben-free, formaldehyde-free. And so Fit Glow does a fantastic job in their packaging of having great transparency. It tells you exactly what's in it and what's not in it.
Okay, some homework for all of us as maybe we start to get rid of some products we have used for years. Holly Mueller, we appreciate you joining us. Thanks so much for being here.
Thank you.
Pete, really eye-opening. And I know, you know, men you think don't need skincare, but a lot of men, you got to moisturize, you got to put the sunscreen on, so good for everybody.